Hello, Dub Nation. This is Joseph bringing you another in-depth and detailed analysis of what's happening behind the scenes in the NBA. And today we're going to talk about a story that could significantly change the face of the Golden State Warriors for the 2025-26 season. We are just over a month away from the start of the season. And if you follow the league, you know this is a critical moment where every roster move can mean a lot, both in terms of on-court performance and the team's financial strategy. The Warriors, known for their bold choices and efficiency both on and off the court, have surprisingly been the least active team this summer, while other teams made impactful moves, bringing in stars and reinforcing their rosters to enter the new season strong. Golden State seems to have taken a more cautious approach. But as always happens in the NBA, not all is lost. What is unfolding behind the scenes could transform the team significantly, especially if a few strategic pieces are moved in the coming days. In this scenario, one name has started to gain momentum over the past few weeks and is drawing the attention of all Bay Area fans. Kelly Oubre Jr., a player who already played for the Warriors in the 2020-21 season and who could return to strengthen the bench, balance the rotation, and provide more depth to the roster. Today we're going to analyze every detail of this possibility, from tactical aspects to projected impact on the season. According to journalist Andy Bailey from Bleacher Report, the Golden State Warriors are among the favorites to acquire Kelly Oubre Jr., and when we look at the reasons, it makes perfect sense. The familiarity between the player and the franchise could make the process much smoother, something that often weighs as much as on-court performance. Oubre played for the Warriors in 2020-21, during which he averaged 15.4 points and 1.6 three-pointers per game. It is true that Oubre's season in the Bay Area was not marked by major impact indicators, but it's important to remember that at that time the team was still adjusting to significant changes, and the role of a player like Oubre is often not fully captured by raw statistics. He is capable of creating spacing, easing the load on elite shooters, and contributing strategically, especially on a team that already features stars like Stephen Curry and Draymond Green. Currently, the Warriors have only 9 players under contract. This means the roster's depth is limited, and any absence, despite still playing at a high level, could compromise the team's performance. In this sense, adding Oubre would make immediate strategic sense. More offensive firepower, versatile defense, and experience in winning teams. Additionally, using the team's trade exception could make the acquisition simpler without affecting the salary cap or long-term plans. To understand Oubre's true importance, it is necessary to analyze what he brings to the team tactically. Today's Warriors, even with Curry and Podziemski, need perimeter depth and defensive versatility. Oubre is exactly the type of player who can be utilized in multiple roles. He can guard the top scorers of opposing teams while simultaneously being a scoring threat when the team needs quick points. On offense, his presence off the bench means Curry healed and Podziemski would have more room to operate, as Oubre can pull defenders away from shooters, creating opportunities for cuts, passes, and pick-and-roll plays. In terms of rotation, he can fit as a forward alternating between the bench and the starting lineup, depending on the game strategy, providing the coach with greater flexibility. Defensively, Oubre is much more than just a physical presence. He can stay on top of key scorers, make strategic cuts, intercept passes, and generate fast breaks. This is crucial for the Warriors, who rely on speed and constant movement to maintain offensive and defensive efficiency. Adding Oubre could significantly improve the team's defensive metrics, while also adding a level of physical intensity and constant pressure on opponents. For those who don't know him well, let's break down Kelly Oubre Jr.'s profile. He is 26 years old, still in his developmental years, but with enough experience to handle playoff pressure. He plays as a forward, combining physical explosiveness with offensive and defensive versatility. Over his career, he has averaged 13.3 points, 5 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game, demonstrating consistency, the ability to contribute in multiple areas, and a presence on court that goes beyond scoring. With the 76ers over 2 seasons, he averaged 15.3 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 1.6 assists per game in 128 games, starting in 109 of them. In 2020-21, with the Warriors, he averaged 15.4 points and 1.6 three-pointers per game, showing that when he returns to a familiar environment, he can adjust quickly. Oubre fits as a kind of modern version of Andre Iguodala, bringing solid defense, the ability to score at the right moment and tactical intelligence, but with more physical explosiveness and immediate offensive presence. He is a player who can change games at any moment, especially in high-intensity games and playoffs, being able to impact both defense and offense effectively. If the team manages to utilize him strategically, his arrival could transform the Warriors' dynamics, allowing for greater flexibility in high-pressure situations, tactical adjustments, and rotation changes without losing intensity. Let's imagine what the rotation would look like with Oubre back. On offense, he would come off the bench to provide energy and dynamism. His presence would open passing lanes and space, increasing the efficiency of Curry, Hield, and Podziemski. In clutch moments, when the game is tight, Oubre could act as a balancing point, alternating between scoring and defending high-level opponents. On defense, he could be tasked with guarding the primary scorers of opposing teams while the other starters focus on fast transitions and strategic plays. He could also be used in specific situations to adjust the rotation and create favorable matchups, especially against fast forwards or players looking to drive aggressively. Considering minutes per game, Oubre would likely play around 20 to 28 minutes, being used in key moments without overburdening the starting bench, while maintaining high intensity and keeping the team competitive. Of course, nothing is perfect. Oubre shows some fluctuations in long-range shooting efficiency, and it will be the coach's responsibility to manage his minutes so that productivity does not drop. Consistency will be crucial for him to truly impact decisive games. Moreover, it is not yet clear whether the 76ers will be willing to release Oubre easily. They are looking to create space for Quentin Grimes, a restricted free agent, and any trade would need to balance financial, tactical, and strategic interests involving multiple complex factors. Even so, for the Warriors, the deal makes sense. A familiar player who can score and defend represents an immediate strategic addition. If the acquisition is completed, Oubre could become a true catalyst for the bench, providing energy, solid defense, and reliable scoring. Looking at the rotation, the starting lineup could include Curry, Draymond Green, Podziemski, Hield, and Kuminga once his contract situation is resolved, while the bench would have Oubre and other young talents or strategic veterans. In terms of statistical impact, Oubre could contribute approximately 12 to 15 points per game off the bench, along with important rebounds, steals, and defensive plays that balance the team in critical moments. He also brings playoff experience, which the Warriors highly value, even with young talent developing. Most importantly, he adds flexibility, allowing tactical adjustments during games and creating opportunities for the team to adapt its rotation based on the opponent, which is crucial for keeping the Warriors as an elite team in the Western Conference. So, Warriors fans, it's time to pay attention. Kelly Oubre Jr. S return could not only strengthen the bench, but completely change the team's dynamics in the Western Conference. A versatile, experienced, and offensively capable player could be the missing piece for Golden State to shine in all phases of the season. And you? Do you think Oubre will fit perfectly alongside Curry and Podziemski, or are there still adjustments needed in the roster? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any detailed analysis of the Warriors in the NBA world.